Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another China phone review. So today we'll take a look at the No.1 N3, which is a clone from the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. It does not have any logos on it, but the size and the features are almost the same. It comes with a MT6589 TCPU. It is running Android 4.3. It comes with 1GB of RAM and 8GB of RAM. It also features 2 SIM card slots and 1 microSD card slot. It has a 5.7-inch multi-touch screen and also Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS on board. So now enough of talking and let's unbox this phone. So before we open the box, let's take a look at it. Here we can see that it is the No.1 N3 and there are no Samsung logos on the box, so you shouldn't have any problems with the customs. The only thing which you can read here at this side is that it is the No.1 N3, and this is also the only information which you can find on the box, and also here on the back side there's nothing. Okay, so now let's open up the box and let's see what is inside. So there we go. And here we can see the No.1 N3, and as you can see it looks pretty awesome and it really looks like the Note 3. But before we'll take a closer look at the phone, we'll put this phone beside and let's check out what accessories we got with the phone. Since the real Note 3 does not come with many accessories, I'm really surprised what will be in the box, so let's take a look at it. And here we have a black rubber thing. I think this is some kind of a sticky pad which you can put into your car, and then you can place the phone on it so it does not fall down. Yeah, I think it must be something like this. Then further in the box we have a screen protector. So this fits exactly the clone and the real Note 3, so there's no difference from the screen protector. Then let's open up this box here, so there we go. And here we have a short user manual, like you know from many other Chinese smartphones. There is nothing special in there and it's only available in English, but who cares about it? Then here we have a car charger, so you can charge your phone in your car. And this is some really cool gadget because you can also charge other USB devices. All you have to do is just plug in the USB charging cable and there you go. Then here we have a charger. And this really looks like the real one, so let's compare it with my Samsung Galaxy S4 charger, so there we go. And as you can see, the design looks pretty close to the real one. It's just a little bit slimmer and it's also shorter. And also you don't have a Samsung logo on it. So let's check out the printing at the back side. Here at the back side we can see that both look pretty equal, but on the left one, which is the fake one, there is no Samsung printing. And we can also see that the output is slightly different. So on the fake one we have 5.5 volts at 1 amp, and on the real one we have 5 volts at 2 amps. So the real one provides more power and it puts out 10 watts, and the fake one only puts 5.5 watts out. Then further in the box we have a USB charging cable. So let's get it out of the box and let's take a closer look at it. So there we go. So here comes the charging cable. And as you can see, this is not a normal micro USB cable, because this connector is called a micro USB 3.0 connector, and it combines a standard micro USB connector and a nano USB connector, and you can use both to charge your phone. And on the other side of the cable we have a big USB 3.0 connector. You can see the difference to USB 2.0 on this blue plastic thing here, and USB 3.0 is used to have a faster data connection. Okay, so that were all accessories which were in the box, and this is the phone here from the front side, and as you can see it really looks like the Note 3, but we don't have a Samsung logo here on the top. So now let's take a closer look here at the back side, and also here on the back side we have this fake leather look, and this looks pretty awesome. And also here at the bottom we have a detachable S Pen, but now before we take a closer look at it, let's take a look at the front side. So here at the top it looks completely equal to the Note 3. Here on the top we have a front camera, then on the left we have a proximity sensor and a RGB sensor. Also here in the middle we have the speaker like on the real one. And on the left we have a LED which you can't see right now, which lightens up when you charge the phone or use the remote control. Also the thickness of the frame is completely equal to the Note 3. Here at the bottom we have a physical home button and 2 capacitive buttons for menu and back. So now let's take a closer look at the back side, and as you can see it looks pretty much like the real Note 3, but instead of the Samsung logo we have the No.1 logo, and we also have this fake leather look with the stitching here around it, so this looks pretty awesome. And also the camera and the LED flash are exactly on the same spot like on the real one, so if you want to you can use the flip cover or any other real Note 3 covers. Then also here we have this detachable S Pen which you can take out of your phone and use to draw or write on your smartphone. Now let's check out the bottom side of the smartphone, and here we have the micro USB 3.0 connector here in the middle, which you can use to connect your phone to the computer or charge it. Then here on the right side we have a little microphone. Then here on the left side we have a speaker, and on the left here we have the detachable S Pen, and all those things are exactly on the same spot like on the real Samsung Galaxy Note 3. On the opposite side here on the top, we have on the left side a 3.5mm headphone jack to connect headphones or a headset. Then here once again we have a microphone, and here on the right side we have a IR LED. So here on this side we can see the plastic frame which is in chrome look, and also the volume up and volume down button. On the opposite side we have the power button and a little hole to get off your back cover. And on the left bottom side we can see another microphone, which is the third visible microphone, just like on the real Note 3. And now let's get off the back cover of the phone and let's take a closer look at the internals of the phone. So there we go, guys. And now here we can see the open backside of the phone, and as you can see we have two SIM card slots. That means it is a dual SIM phone and you can install two micro SIM cards. We also have a microSD card bay which supports microSD cards up to 32GB to extend your internal memory. And once again here we have the back camera and the LED flash, and also you can see those golden contacts over here, so it's maybe possible to attach the wireless charging cover from Samsung and charge your phone wireless. And now let's take a closer look at the battery, so let's get it out of the phone, and there we go. So here comes the battery, and under the battery we can also see the model number. So here once again you can see it's the mobile phone model No.1 N3. So here we have a closer look at the battery, and as you can see this battery has a capacity of 2800 mAh, which is 400 mAh less than the real one, but this phone also does not drain that much power like the real one. Also, the weight of the phone is completely equal to the real one. The real one weighs about 168 grams, so there is a slightly not noticeable difference in the weight of the phone. Now let's turn the phone on and see how long does it take to boot. So there we go, guys. Okay, so here comes the boot screen, and as you can see there's no Samsung boot screen, it's just the Android boot screen. And here we can also see the boot animation, so no Samsung boot animation, it's just the No.1 boot animation. And you can also see this blue LED here on the left top corner, which lightens up when you start the phone. So now the booting process is finished, and it took about 30 seconds to start, so this is quite fast. So let me just enter my PIN code. Okay, so there we go. And now we're here at the home screen, and as you can see this looks completely equal to the Note 3. So here we have on the top this widget which you also have on the real one, the Google search bar, and also those apps here are completely equal like on the real Note 3. Then let's try to swipe here through the pages, so there we go. And as you can see this is really fluid and it's not laggy at all like on other Chinese smartphones. This is due to the fast quad-core processor, and also as you can see air gesture is working and you can swipe here through the pages without even touching the LCD. Then now let's check out the menu. So here we can access the menu, and as you can see there are all apps in here which you can also find on the real Samsung Galaxy Note. And before we check out the apps, let's check out widgets. So you can also place widgets on each side of your home screen. So let's try this. And all you have to do is just tap it, hold it, and then you can place it on any page on your home screen. Okay, so let's swipe back and let's go back to the menu. And before we check out other apps or widgets, let's go quickly through the settings. We can find the settings here in the middle, it's this little gear here, so let's tap at it. And now we go to the General tab, which is here on the right top corner, and then we go to About the phone, and there we can see which Android version it is currently running. And as you can see, it is currently running Android version 4.3.0, and this is currently also the latest version for the No.1 N3, and we can also see here the model number, which is N3. So now let's go back here by pressing the back capacitive button here. And now let's go quickly here through the connections. So we have Wi-Fi on board, and now let's activate it and test it. So let's see if it finds my home network. I'm sitting here in the basement and the wireless modem is in the first floor. And as you can see, it finds my home network, and this is really awesome because the signal quality is also very good. Then we also have here Bluetooth on board, which we can activate right now here. Then here we have tethering and portable hotspots, so you can share your internet connection. We also have here airplane modes and data usage. Then here we have location access to activate GPS. We also have SIM management here, so here you can manage your SIM cards because you can install two SIM cards and you can set your default SIM card. Then here under more we have airplane mode, VPN, tethering and portable hotspot, mobile networks and USB internet. Then here under device we have things like audio profiles, so you can set different audio profiles. As you can see we have here general, silent, meeting or outdoor. Then here we have display, so you can set your display brightness, you can adjust the font of your display, you can also activate auto rotate, or you can share your display over Wi-Fi, so pretty cool features. Then here we also have multi-window, so this is working and not a fake bar like on the HTC S4, and you can just take things out of this bar here and put them on your screen, and then you can split your screen and use two apps at the same time. So this is pretty cool and this is working like on the real one. And further we have here LED indicator and some things to adjust your personality. Here under controls we have things like language and input, so this phone is not in Chinese and not only in English. You can set it to almost every language you want to. A few things remain in English, but it's quite okay. The same goes here for the keyboard, so you can set it to any language you want to. We also have voice control on board, and with this you can control things like incoming calls, alarms, camera or your music player. We also have here the S Pen features, so what happens when you detach your S Pen, or you can also adjust the S Pen attach or detach sound. So this is just like on the real one. Then let's go back, and here we have motion control. So here we have air gestures, we have here air browse, air launcher accept, air call accept. We also have motion settings, so we have a motion sensor for direct call, shake to update, and turn over to mute and pause. We will later see if those things are working. Then here we have the smart screen features. I'm not sure if they're working, I think they're not working. So here we have smart stay, smart rotation, smart pause and smart scroll, but I'm 100% sure that they're not working, just like on the HTC S4. Also here we have air view, so you can activate it. And we also have here information preview, progress preview, speed dial preview and web page magnifier. Then let's go back here, and the last thing we have in the list is touch panel sensitivity setting. So you can set the touch panel sensitivity, and I would recommend to keep it at auto. Then let's go to the general tab. So here you can add accounts to your phone like email accounts or Google accounts. Then let's go back. And here we also have backup and reset if you want to. We also have date and time where you can set your date and time. We have apps where you can manage your apps. Then here we also have battery. So currently the phone has 99% battery, it's not charging, and it's 6 minutes on the battery. Then here we have storage. So here we can see how big the phone storage is. So I have no SD card attached, but we have here 1 plus 5.4 gigabytes. So we have about 6.4 gigabytes of free space here. And this is quite okay because the seller said it has 8 gigabytes, but also the ROM takes some space. Further we have security, schedule, power on and off, and about the phone where we were before. So now let's go back to the main screen here and let's take a closer look at phone, people and messaging. And this is just like on any other Android phone or like on the real Note 3. So you can call people, you have a call log, you have favorites, and here you can also see your contacts, so just like on the real one. So here we also have messaging, so you can type messages. So let's try to type. And as you can see, we have here the normal Android keyboard, so nothing special, and you can also adjust it to any language you want to. And because this is Android, we also have a Google Play Store, and this is not a modded Chinese Google Play Store, so this is the real Google Play Store, and you can download every app you want to. There are no restrictions, and this device is also very fast, so you can play and download the latest games. So let's try to download the app, and let's try to install the WhatsApp Messenger, which is also working on this device. So you can really install every app you want to, WhatsApp, Skype, Facebook, everything is working on this device. And I'm currently downloading over Wi-Fi, so as you can see the Wi-Fi connection is also working. And now let's go out of the Google Play Store and let's wait until the app is installed, and let's go back to the menu. And as you can see, this phone comes with all necessary apps pre-installed, so it is working really nice straight out of the box. And like on any other Android phone or like on the real Note 3, we have on the top this bar where you can adjust your display brightness, you can toggle on or off Wi-Fi, GPS, sound, auto rotation, Bluetooth. We also have here data connection, multi-window, air gestures, smart stay and blocking mode. Then further here we have a power save mode, screen mirroring, Wi-Fi hotspots and S-Beam and NFC, which is currently not working. Then here we have air view, driving mode, smart stay, sync and airplane mode. Now let's see what happens when we detach the S Pen. So now let's get it out of the phone, and there we go. And now you get a message that the S Pen has been detached, and also the air command opens automatically, and you can use the air command to access quickly apps like write a new message, or take screenshots, or access different apps like S Note, and it's pretty useful. But if you don't want to have it, you can disable it in the settings. But you can also use the S Pen to swipe through the pages or control your phone, and it works really smooth. You don't have to press hard on the screen. It really works like on the real one. Then here we have the S Note app, which you also have on the real Note, and here you can use the S Pen to draw pictures, take notes, or write messages, and this is 100% compatible with your S Pen. To see how fast the new MTK6589T CPU is, we will run a little benchmark in the Antutu benchmarking tool. So usually this benchmark takes up to 5 minutes, but this is way too long, so I will speed up the whole process. And when the process is finished, we will take a look at the results and discuss it. Okay, so now the benchmark has finished, and now let's scroll down and let's see how many points we get. So as you can see, we get about 13.6k points, and this is not that much since the real Samsung Galaxy Note 3 scores about 34k. So let's go to details and let's see how many points we get at each part. So there we go. And here we can definitely see that it is the MTK6589T CPU because the CPU is running at 1.5 GHz. We also have 1 GB of RAM and a 544 MP GPU, which is quite fast, and with this GPU you should be able to run the latest 3D games in a resolution of 720p. Okay, so now enough here of the details, and let's go and check out if this device comes pre-rooted. So therefore we will go back to the menu and run the root checker once, and let's see if this device is rooted. So there we go. Here's the menu, and here comes the root checker, so let's run it. But it's really easy to root this device if it does not come pre-rooted. All you have to do is just follow my rooting tutorial, which I've uploaded yesterday, and you can easily root this device with it. So as you can see, sorry, this device does not have proper root access, so it does not come pre-rooted, but you can easily do this on your own with my tutorial. Okay, then let's check out the Android sensor app. So this app tells us which sensors are installed. We have a accelerometer sensor, a light sensor, no orientation sensor, we have a proximity sensor, but no temperature and gyroscope. Then we also have a sound sensor, but no magnetic sensor and also no pressure sensor. So as you can see, a few sensors are not there, which are on the real one, like the gyroscope, but for me they are not really necessary, so I don't use them at all, so I don't care about this. And now let's run a little game like Temple Run to test how good the sensors are working. Okay, so we're now here in Temple Run 2, and now let's go to settings and let's adjust the visual quality to best. And now let's go back and start the game. And as you can see, the game is not laggy at all. It's very fluid and it works without any lags. Here the sensors are working, and also swiping over the screen is without any lag. And this is due to the fast MTK6589T CPU and the 544M GPU, which is also very fast, so you can play the latest 3D games like Real Racing 3D or any other 3D game without any problem. Further, we have a OTG function on board, which allows us to connect devices to the Note 3. OTG stands for USB on the go, and it allows the Note 3 to act as a host for other USB devices like a camera, mouse, USB drive or keyboard. If you want to use it, all you need to have is a USB OTG cable, which you just connect to the microUSB 3.0 port of your Note 3. And like on the real Note 3, there's also a remote control included, which you can use to control your TV, your DVD player, your set-top box or your air condition. And all you have to do is just enter your brand, and there you go. And it uses the IR LED here, which is here on the top, and it has a range up to 10 meters, and it worked perfectly with my Toshiba TV. So this is just like on the real Note 3. And now let's run a little speed test and let's see how fast the internet connection is. This phone does not support 4G or LTE, it only supports 3G and H+, with a speed up to 21 Mbits. So now let's run the speed test app and let's see how many Mbits we get. So there we go. And this just takes a second, so just wait. And let's begin the test. and we get a ping of about 39 milliseconds, so this is quite fast. And the download speed is about 12 Mbits. I've seen better values, but this is quite okay, so let's wait for the upload speed. And we get a upload speed of about 2.6 to 3 Mbits, and this is also quite okay. So if you want to share your internet connection, then this is quite fast and you don't need 4G LTE. But if you want to have it, it's nice to have, but you have to get another phone because this phone does not support 4G or LTE, okay? And now it would be very interesting if NFC is working on this phone here. So let's go to settings and let's activate NFC. And mostly NFC is not working on MTK based phones because it's not supported, and also on this one I'm 100% sure that it will not work. So let's take my Samsung Galaxy S4 and let's try to send a picture to the fake one. And let's refresh, and as you can see it does not find the No.1 N3 because NFC in this phone is just a fake. So you have the setting in the settings, but you can't activate it. So let me show you what happens when you activate it. So let's go back to settings. And you can activate NFC, then you go back to settings, and if you go back to NFC once again, then it is deactivated. So the NFC setting here is just fake and it does not work. And now let's take a look at the web browser and let's check out some full HD movie playback on YouTube. So there we go. This is the standard Android web browser with the standard Android keyboard. And we're now here on YouTube. So let's search some full HD movie. And let's just take the first one here. And we're now on H+, so no Wi-Fi connection, and let's see if the connection is fluid and if we see any lags. So there we go. And as you can see, the connection is very good. We don't have any lags here in this full HD movie, and the movie playback is just like on the real one. Also, one important thing on every smartphone is the camera, so let's take a closer look at the camera app and the back and front camera. And from the first look, the camera app looks completely equal to the camera app of my real Samsung Galaxy S4. And this is pretty awesome because here you can take photos, you have a tap autofocus, and also the alignment of the buttons looks completely equal like the camera app on my real Samsung Galaxy S4. Then here we can also switch to the front camera. The front camera should have about 2 megapixels and the back camera has 13 megapixels, and the quality of the camera looks really awesome. We can also take photos and videos here with the front camera, so this is pretty cool. And now let's switch back to the back camera. We also have here a flash on the left top corner. We have different modes where you can switch to, like night modes of smile mode and HDR modes, pretty everything which you have on the real one. And then let's go here to settings. So here with things like GPS location info, color effects, anti-flicker, white balance, zero shutter delay, which is really cool because with this you can take photos very fast because you don't have a shutter delay. So let me show you this, and as you can see I can take photos very fast even with the flash on, and if you deactivate the flash you can take photos very fast, and also the camera is capable of doing this. Then further here in the settings we have things like picture size. So if you don't want to make such high quality photos, you can also reduce the picture size or scale it up, but the maximum is 13 megapixels. And the same goes also for the video mode. So here we have settings for the video quality, you can add different effects, and this is really awesome. You can take HD movies here with your back camera, but you can also take lower resolution movies with your front camera. The LED flash is always crappy on those Chinese smartphones. If you activate it, you can mostly look directly into the LED and you don't get even dazzled. If I do this on my real Samsung Galaxy S4, I get really dazzled, and this one is really weak. So now let's take a look at air gestures. The only thing I could get to work is swiping here through the pages, as you can see right now here. This is because the proximity sensor is working very well on this device here, just like on the HTC S4 Legend, which I have tested a few months before. But I couldn't get things like Smart Stay or Smart Scroll to work, so I think it's a sensor or a software issue. And now you will see a short demo of working things like mute to pause and S-Voice. Hi Galaxy, call James.
James is not in your address book. Who would you like to call?
Open calculator.
Open calculator.
Also the GPS is working. All I did was just using my GPS fix tutorial. You always have to do this because the GPS server is set to Asia, and if you're located in Europe you have to do this fix once to find a fix very fast. And the first fix took about 43 seconds, and now it is really fast and it finds a fix after 10 to 15 seconds. And last but not least, let's take a look at the charger and the charging LED. So if we connect the big micro USB 3.0 connector, then you will see that the charging LED here at the left top corner lightens up, here in red when it is charging and in green if the battery is fully charged. If you don't want to use this, or if you don't have a micro USB 3.0 cable, then you can also use a micro USB cable. Just plug it in into the right side, and then it also charges the battery, but a little bit slower than with the big micro USB 3.0 cable. Yeah, so this was my review of the No.1 N3, and I really enjoyed reviewing this phone, and now here comes my conclusion. The No.1 N3 is one of the best clones I've tested so far. The display is only 720p, but I didn't even notice that at the first look. Also it supports 90% of the features of the real Note 3, and with the new MTK 6589T CPU it is very fast. It retails for about 190 to 200 USD, which is much cheaper than the real one. And as always, the link to the seller is in the description, so be sure to check it out. And I can really recommend this phone and the seller, which is merrymobiles.com. I purchased this phone and paid over PayPal and received my phone after about 2.5 weeks. So very fast shipping. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask and leave a comment under this video, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Also stay tuned for upcoming videos and phone giveaways. So as always guys, thanks for watching, and I hope I see you again in my next videos. Bye guys.